Hi guys, this is Pete. Now some of you may know I was diagnosed a little while ago as being pre-diabetic. Now for those of you who don't know what pre-diabetic means, that means that your blood sugar levels are high enough that you are well on the way to becoming a diabetic. Now if you're at the pre-diabetic stage, you can actually turn it around and turn it around absolutely 100% and be diabetes free. And that's what I've done, and I've done that in about 4.5 months. And there's been a few things I've made, lifestyle changes, nothing too dramatic, let me tell you. A lot of people are asking me how I've done it and how I've lost all the weight, and I've actually lost about 12 kilos now, and I'm going to give you guys a look at that in a minute. Those guys that have been following me for years and years, you'll be amazed at the difference. But there's also one thing that I've done that I'm going to share with you today, and it's about how I drink my coffee. I haven't given coffee up, I've just changed the way I drink it. But first, check this out. Ta-da! Well, what do you think, guys? Hey, you can't call me the fucking fat Aussie bastard anymore now, can you? Alright, come on, I'll show you how to make a real nice cup of Plunger coffee, especially for diabetics. Come on, let's go. Okay guys, today I'm going to show you how to make Plunger coffee, and the reason I thought I'd put this video up particularly is that I've only just started drinking Plunger coffee, and I tried to look for a bit of information on how to make it properly online, and there's very little information about out there on it, and the videos that are out there, they do tend to vary quite a bit, and some of them are quite conflicting. So I guess what I'm going to show you today is how I like to make the perfect cup of Plunger coffee. Now the first thing you're going to need is you're going to need a coffee plunger. Now I bought this one at Kmart for $6. Mind you, they call this a 3-cup coffee plunger. Now I think it's for those little piss ants that drink their little cup of coffee holding their finger like that. I like a man-sized cup of coffee just like this one here. So as you can see, that's about a perfect fit, and that to me is going to be a 1-cup of coffee. Now it's also very important the type of coffee that you use. Now you use ground coffee beans in a plunger. I use coffee that's locally made here in northern New South Wales from the Wamba coffee plantation. Now trust me guys, if you live in Australia and you love your coffee, you've got to try this stuff. I'm going to put a link down here in the description, and I'll tell you what, oh yum yum, you'll see why. Okay, a lot of conflicting evidence out there as to how much coffee you use. Okay, now this is, like I said, a 3-cup plunger apparently. So for every 1 cup, you're supposed to use a heaped teaspoon. Now, this spoon that I'm using is a bit bigger than a teaspoon, so I'm using a big heaped lot like that. Now, it seems like a lot of coffee, but ground coffee beans are nowhere near as strong as instant coffee, and trust me when I tell you this. Righto, now the next thing you've got to do is boil your jug, and then I'm going to show you the correct way to do this. Righto, let's get this jug boiled. Now there is a little bit of a method as to how you should pour this. Once again, lots of conflicting stories online. A lot of people say to let the water cool for a few minutes. I like to pour it while it's still steaming hot. Now the method that I like to use is to pour the water against the side of your coffee plunger so that it circulates and stirs up the beans like that. Now, you'll see what I mean when I do this. I pour it in reasonably quickly, pour it in like that so that it stirs all the beans up. And I fill it up almost to the top, right, almost to the top there like that. Then we put the plunger and the strainer straight on, and we go and have a cigarette and wait for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, trust me on this, it needs to rest for 5 minutes. Now, here's another secret. You need to push the plunger down quite slowly. In actual fact, you need to take a good at least 15 to 20 seconds to get that plunger down to the bottom. So don't force it, just push it down nice and steady. You can see how slow my hand's going down there, and it is literally going to be the most boring piece of video on YouTube today, let me tell you. But I want to film, like I don't want to speed this up, I want to film the whole process in real time. It's going to take at least 20 seconds, just putting a little bit of weight on that plunger and pushing it down all the way to the bottom. Voila, And there you have it. Now that coffee is ready to drink. Let's get some milk. Beautiful. A little bit of full cream milk. None of that skinny shit that the yuppies drink. Righto. Okay, now we're going to pour this quite steady. And I mean, there's just everything that you do with regards to the method to making this will make the best cup of coffee possible. So we're just going to pour it nice and steady into the cup like that. A bit like pouring a nice cold beer. Now we're not going to pour all the coffee in, we're going to pour most of it in. Hopefully that big fly buzzing around is not going to jump in for a drink. And I'm going to stop it about there. Now I don't know whether you guys can see that, but there's still some coffee left in the bottom, and there's some coffee beans or coffee grain or crushed coffee, whatever you want to call it, left in there. So we're going to tip that out, we're not going to use that. Righto. Now we're going to pour in a little bit of milk to taste. I like quite a bit of milk in my coffee. Now here's the secret ingredient for diabetics. I absolutely love this stuff. This is called Napier. It's 100% natural, tastes like sugar, hasn't got any of those nasties like aspartame and all that sort of crap in them. Absolutely no chemicals in it at all. Fuck off, fly. See, even the flies like it, that's how good it is. 100% natural, this stuff, and it's got 0.04 calories per teaspoon. Alright? Now it is quite expensive, this stuff, but trust me, if you're a diabetic, it's worth it. Now, I like to buy it in the satchels like this. Now each satchel is equivalent to about a half a teaspoon of sugar. So I like 1.5 teaspoons of sugar in my coffee, so I use 3 of these. Tear them off like that, pour him in, beautiful. Oh, look at that, even looks like sugar. Now you can also use this Napier in all your cooking, which means you haven't got to give up your cakes, your homemade cakes and your homemade bickies and things like that. You've just got to use Napier. Give it a good stir. Beautiful. And trust me when I say this, that, my friends, is the best cup of coffee you guys are ever going to taste. Oh, yum, oh, that is good. Righto, piss off and go and make your own cup of coffee. I'm going to go sit on the deck and drink this one. See you later. Love yous. Oh, fuck that, it's too hot to drink coffee. Oh, that's better. Buffalo wings for one at the Sanford Valley Hotel. Diabetic approved? I don't think so. Righto, I'm going to eat. Yeehaw. Yum, yum. Tell you what, I'm going to have another one of these. It's too bloody good. I just said before I can't fit another one in. It's just so bloody good. Buffalo wings. Alright.